If you have the courage to think, to feel, to move, if you have the courage to speak, to act, to own your desires, you can accomplish your assignment. You can bring your desires into reality. The possibilities are infinite. If you can think it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. Are you ready to believe, to trust, to shift? Let's begin.
So what I have for you tonight is the Massive Hope Approach. I'm going to share that with you, and just know that you probably have all heard this before, but better done than perfect. So we're going to move right into it. Let me bring this up here. Yay. Okay. It is working, and we're going to go through this. So in the next 40 minutes, what we are going to do is we are going to learn about 8 things that you can do to jump barriers, dodge your kryptonite, right? Dodge your weakness, those things that we are told over and over to improve. We're going to learn how to just kind of dodge that stuff, right? And be your own hero. And I'm not talking about being your own savior, but there's a lot you can do for yourself to improve your life right here and now. And this is all without allowing fear to decide your future. So tonight, this is for you if you know that you were born to be great and you are tired of waiting for the perfect time to move forward in life. This is for you if you've lived under other people's expectations and you're ready to move into a place where you are being who you were created to be. And you are ready to live in freedom. This is for you if you routinely have had a voice of fear and doubt, keeping you from finding and living out your essence and your greatness, and you listen to it and you hate yourself for it. Or you get frustrated with yourself because you listen to that voice. So quick room check here. Just answer in the chat. I'm getting back to my button. You're a people pleaser and you're ready to do what you want rather than living by someone else's expectations. Is that you? If it is, go ahead and chat in the box and let me know. Another question. You're struggling with finding your place and your voice, and you keep falling flat on your face like a cat who's OD'd on tuna melts. Like you just keep falling flat on your face. You're struggling with finding who you are and your place in life. Or you want to create a life you love on your own terms. Is that you? If it is, say, heck yes, or absolutely. Let us know in the chat. So you might be wondering, what is this lady all about, right? Well, I happen to be a Hope agent, and I am a certified care instructor, which means that all the things that Shauna was talking to you about how to release emotions and how to use essential oils to maintain your health and wellness and your attitude and your belief system and all that, just that extra benefit that the oils give you to focus on your intentions, which means that I'm also emotional release certified. And then I'm also a certified life coach. And I have the Massive Hope Approach system, which we're going to be going over part of it tonight. Also, my belief in your greatness. I actually believe that we were all created to be great. You specifically have something to offer the world that only you can offer. That you're so much more than you give yourself credit for. I truly believe that. I also love to give hope, and I've inspired hundreds of people to improve their image and their self-worth and their value. It says goodbye IBSC. Would you like to know what that is? That's that crazy little voice in your mind that hopefully you don't have it, but you might. I know that I lived with it for many, many years. I call it the itty bitty shitty committee. That's right. that little committee upstairs that's always giving you that commentary about what you did wrong or what you could do right, or any kind of negative self-talk. That's what I call that little guy, okay? And then I love to challenge the status quo and help you discover the untruths that you've believed for a long time just because you had seen it in your early life, your childhood, or even just things that you have observed in your lifetime and you believed that it must be true. I want to help you eradicate those untruths that no longer serve you. And I love that Shauna shared that we actually have a chemical in our brain when we have faith, right? When we have that belief. Well, guess what? Do you have to have that right now? Is that something that if you don't have it, you're just too bad? Next? No. This is something you can develop in your own mind. And how much of that chemical would you like running around in your brain? I say all the chemical, right? I want all that faith so I can move mountains. All right, so what are we trying to achieve here? Outcome number 1, we want to jump barriers and dodge kryptonite. So when you see that word kryptonite, we're just talking about things that you really see in yourself as weaknesses, right? Things that you shy away from. Maybe you don't like to talk in front of people. Maybe you feel like you're an introvert and that really holds you back. Those kind of things, again, maybe even untruths, right? Those things that we've believed for a long time can be our kryptonite. That can be something that we just completely avoid. So I want to help you jump barriers, dodge that kryptonite. Outcome number 2, let go of that guy, that itty bitty shitty committee. Tell him goodbye. Listen to and trust your essence. Your essence being that very core part of who you are that is unchanging, right? The image of God, the thing that we have inside of us that's unchanging and great. Outcome number 3, become a rock star and super stable, a safe place for yourself and others. And that will increase your social status. So I used to be really flighty, really uncertain about myself and others. I was unsafe and other people were unsafe in my eyes. So the more I became stable, the more I implemented these tools in my life, I found that I was a safe place for others, not just myself, right? So let's talk about some facts about fear. 84% of people live with irrational fears, okay? Those are fears that if you made up your mind or if you looked at it in a rational way, you could overcome them, right? So those are things that really are not physically hindering you, but it's all up in your mind. We live with 84% of people live with those. 2/3 of people do not do something if it looks too hard. I have to tell you, I've been one of those people in my life at different times in my life. If it seems too hard, I just decide that I'm not going to do it, right? So those are some of the things that we're going to overcome. 15 to 20% of people experience a phobia sometime in their life. And a phobia is like a tragic and traumatic fear, right? It's like fear to the next level. It's something that you can't even imagine being around, or the thought of it even just brings you to a place of anxiety. So I have a question. How many times in this space has fear stopped you from moving forward in your life? Would you say many times, occasionally? Let us know in the chat. How many times has fear stopped you from moving forward in life? So here is my promise to you. You will learn what you can do to overcome fear barriers, because what I am doing tonight is I'm going to introduce you to this massive hope approach that will help you move forward in life. There will be an offer at the end. I just want you to know that up front. And you can do what you'd like with that offer, but it's an amazing offer. I'm very excited about it. So you can learn how to implement these approaches that will improve your life and your outlook. Stay the whole webinar and you'll receive a free gift to find out if you're allowing fear to control your future. So let's talk about the realizations of fear. Number one, you have heard that you have to overcome fear to be great and to move forward in life, right? That is absolutely a lie. Do you think I was in fear when I started this presentation tonight? Yes, I absolutely was. So you actually can move forward in the face of fear. You can do things scared. You can actually move forward. You can make decisions while you're in fear. And some of the tools during this Massive Hope approach will teach you how to make decisions even when you're in fear. So facts about fear we've gone over. Realization number two, this approach is important to get the outcomes so you can learn to move forward in life, whether you're feeling fear or not. This approach teaches you to get results without treating yourself or others harshly. If you're anything like me, you have treated yourself very harshly in the past. And I decided a few years ago that enough was enough. I was no longer doing that. So this approach works. We will take a look at Anita, where you can get renewed and refocused like her. You can learn to live in freedom like Christy, and you can learn your true worth like Kim. So just know if you use other methods, if it's done the wrong way, you really can alienate yourself from others, and you can find yourself being even more harsh with yourself than you were before. If you just force yourself to do things, you can find yourself rebelling and not willing to move forward at all. So about this approach, I've developed a system that gets you moving towards your greatness without forcing yourself to do hard and ridiculous things to overcome the fear so that you can have the freedom to create your life with confidence in as little as 8 weeks, even if you've allowed negative self-talk and fears to decide almost everything in your entire life. So what we have is the Massive Hope approach, and each one of these segments is a part of that approach. There's 8 approaches that you can use to do all the things I talked about, live in freedom, to get over fears. And the first one is observe. And what we're talking about is noticing and perceiving what's happening around you. So many times we're living life so fast that we don't even take a moment to observe. And nothing changes without observation. Think about that tonight, and maybe all day tomorrow too. Nothing can change without observation, right? So this is great for massive growth and positive changes in your life. The next one, number 2, is to pause. Pausing actually changes the dance. And when I talk about the dance, I'm talking about the way that you interact with people and the way that you interact with yourself. The pause can actually change everything just by that one simple thing. Also, it gives space for honoring. Pausing actually gives a moment where you can honor what is going on in the moment. And it is great. This tool is great for tense situations. The next one is dump. It's actually brain dump. Let your thoughts all out on paper. Just dump it all out. When you've got a scattered mind, put it all on paper. If you're overwhelmed, dump it. It is great when you're busy or you need to focus to get rid of that information, put it on paper, and then you can then focus on what you need to. The fourth one is assess. The assess is an approach to determine how to move forward. This is something that you use when you have a decision to make or you need to do something big. You're going to do this assessment. This is great for decision making. So we're going over 4 of the 8 because there's so many. I just wanted to give you a little taste of the 4. These 8 approaches are so effective separately. I've been utilizing all these tools for several years, some of them for many, many years, and they're effective together. and they're effective separate as well. It helps you move out of fear. It helps you make decisions. It helps you think in tense situations, and it helps you become who you are. And some of these tools you may know inside and out and use them all the time. And some of them you may have never heard of. So realization number 3 is it's possible to learn these approaches to do things even when you're fearful, to be able to speak kindly to yourself and be a safe place for yourself and others without spending years doing it. It's possible to get all of this and the benefits without spending the years. Anita was doubting and frustrated. Christy was in the middle of a health crisis, and Kim had toxic self-talk. Fascinating? Let me ask you this. If there was a way that you could get your own confidence up about dealing with fear with a massive hope approach for instant use in your life, business, and family, and to have it practiced and implemented in as little as 8 weeks, would you take it? Now, I have to tell you, these tools are very simple. It's 8 weeks because I actually want you to practice each one of the tools individually for an entire week. To go and do that, implement, practice, and then these tools will become such a habit for you, you'll be able to use them and interchange them with ease. Now you can. What if I told you there was a breathtakingly easy way to have real hope, deal with fear, treat yourself kindly, and become a safe place? You won't even have to study forever or crack the whip on yourself to get it done. You don't even need to be kind to yourself right now in order to win. All it takes to get moving forward is to have a little faith. Just a little bit, right? The faith of a mustard seed, that chemical that Shauna was talking about. We just need a little bit of that. Those who have faith and take the leap are rewarded with peace, hope, deep relief, and gratitude. Now, we do have an essential oil deep relief, but I was trying to think of what is the description of when you are truly at peace with yourself in your life and with others. No matter what's going on, you have that deep relief and rest. That's what I was going for. So today I want the same benefits for you. I want you to have the ability to do what you want, to treat yourself better, and to be more kind to yourself and others. So this is introducing the Massive Hope approach. And this approach gets you moving in the face of fear. It gets you moving beyond the things that have held you back in the past. And it gives your mind a set of nice rules to play by. No more being blindsided by your defaults and that itty bitty shitty committee. You can tell them to go to the curb. You've got a new set of rules, right? All without the need to beat yourself up emotionally. Without the need to get a cattle prod to force yourself to do hard things. In as little as 8 weeks, you will have the tools you need to move beyond fear barriers without getting stopped by your kryptonite. Even if you haven't been able to get a win for years. Even if you have the worst self-talk of anyone you know, even if no one believes in you, even yourself. Seems impossible? Well, allow me to introduce Anita. Anita says, before I worked with Sunshine, it felt like I was spinning wheels. The self-doubt and much frustration was overwhelming. She had a way to encourage you and feel like your feet are planted back on ground to move forward. She does this with sound direction and with specific goals to achieve. I've had many sessions with Sunshine and always leave feeling renewed about specific goals to get me to the next level in my spiritual well-being, marriage, parenting, finances, and business. Let's look at Christy. Christy says, before I was sick and exhausted, I wasn't sure what direction to go with my health concerns and financial state. As I worked with Sunshine, I began to quickly find freedom from illnesses that had held me down for a long time. Improved health and renewed positive state of mind was so evident and captured the attention of my friends and family. Wouldn't it be cool if people stopped and said, what's going on with you? You're different, and it's in a good way, right? I've had people do that. It's really exhilarating. I'll continue with Christy. Her eagerness to help me and my family was the encouragement and motivation we all needed to guide us to a healthier path. Now I am experiencing more freedom to live life in a healthy body and mind, and we are also stepping into financial freedom. Thank you, Sunshine, for your passionate leadership. And finally, Kim. Before, I had an enormous vocabulary of negative self-talk, and I didn't even realize it. I wasn't sure how to recognize and change the pattern I was stuck in. As I worked with Sunshine, I began to understand how the words I speak and the thoughts I think directly impact my emotional and physical well-being. On a daily basis, I now make a conscious effort to talk to myself in a positive manner and remind myself that I am worthy of any and everything. I am more confident in myself, and I'm able to share my story and encourage others. So this is what's included in the program. Module 1, Observe. It raises your awareness and the value. I will list out all the values as well. Pause will help decrease your frustration. Dump will help decrease your stress. Assess. The Assess module will increase your confidence. Clarify. The Clarify module will help increase your decision speed. The Contain module will decrease your anxiety. Retrain will decrease your toxic self-talk. And Prepare will increase your success. So you also receive printables for each one of these modules to help you increase your implementation. And tonight, the bonus is, if you get started tonight, you get a prosperity treatment that is totally customized to you. That is 15 minutes of you and I working things out and finding the perfect affirmation for you to work on for the near future. And so the total of this is $447 and will help in many areas of fear and self-compassion. There are classes surrounding many specific fears. So you can look online. There's all kinds of classes about fears, very specific fears, all over the classes on the internet, from $99 all the way to thousands of dollars. So this course will get you to the fear that you deal with on many levels and will help you get moving forward with whatever type of fear that you are dealing with and help you move forward in life. So I guarantee you will improve your self-talk, increase your hope, reduce your inner stress, and move forward through fear. So I'm not charging the $447. I'm not even charging a quarter of it. And I'm still giving you 10 times more value, more impact, more results. But there is a catch. You can only get this price within the next 3 days. So what you receive is all 8 modules, a value of $299, all the printables, Fast Action Bonus, the Prosperity Treatment, Massive Hope Facebook group, and that is a total value of $447. Tonight it is $37. 3 payments of $17. One or the other, you get to choose. The Fast Action Bonus goes away at the 3 days, and there is a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. Now, I want to let you know that you can get this tonight for $37. You get lifetime access to all 8 modules of the Massive Hope Approach, all the printables, and a prosperity treatment. Do see the very top of that slide that class begins December 9th. Okay, so it won't start immediately. It starts December 9th. So right now, all of this is for $37. You can get it all, schedule your prosperity treatment, and the class will begin December 9th. So if all this program did was help you make a decision based on your desire and hope instead of fear, would it be worth it? Or get you from being scared to being hopeful and confident? Or finally allow you to break free from other people's expectations and declare what it is that you want? Would you agree that $37 is a tiny price to pay? It's almost insignificant, really. And so this is what you get again for 1 payment of $37 or 3 payments of $17. The Fast Action Bonus will stay for 3 days. So you really only have 3 options at this point. You can do nothing and keep running after people's expectations, hoping they'll help you crack the code of overcoming your fear. But we both know that's a one-way ticket to Noville. You can try to overcome fear on your own, and it might work. Actually, it will work better than what you have been doing, right? But something tells me better isn't good enough. So you can get everything that's included in the Massive Hope Approach that gets you jumping fear barriers without confrontations and standoffs with others. That's nice, right? So you can have access to your essence, your true self, and doing things, the things that you've been scared to do in as little as 8 weeks, even if you've been your own worst enemy. That might sound pretty rash, but that truly was me 10 years ago. So the choice is yours. You can be renewed like Anita. You can learn to live in freedom like Christy. You can be like Kim, who is realizing day to day that she is worthy. Or you can continue on the way you are right now. There's nothing wrong with that. I think you're pretty amazing, right? But do know that a better, brighter, shinier you awaits on the other side of yes. You who is self-confident and aware. You who does great things with the gifts you've been given. A you who lives a life you have designed. A you who is known as safe, grounded, and supportive. And I want to thank you and let you know this is the offer tonight. 1 payment of $37 or 3 payments of $17. And what you would want to do from this point is go to massivehopeapproach.com.